for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I drop the top when I'm in it.
Welcome back to XR Diecast Racing. It's the Corkscrew Laguna Season 1 Tournament 2 semifinals. I'm Tom, and I'm joined by Joe and Ruby.
Thanks, Tommy boy. This is going to be an epic race event. We have both semi-finals groups racing today, and we will be talking to some race fans after the races. So stick around.
After 4 group races in the opening round, we are now down from 16 cars to 8. The 2 cars from each group with the most points today will secure a place in the final.
We've got some top-tier talent from here in the UK and across the world. I think these are going to be some really close races.
Yeah, I agree, Joe. Huge congratulations to all the teams for making it this far.
Yep, fantastic achievement. Shame Tom's wife won't let him put a bet on.
Shut up, Joe. That's the last time she invites you around for dinner. Here's Group 1 with Dog Squab Racing, Numbskull Racing, Puffs Racing, and Raptors Racing. J-Bo takes the front inside lane next to Rex. Puff and Numbskull start in the back.
Come on, fellas, let's see what you got.
We're off. Approaching the first turn, J-Bo breaks out of the pack into first.
Rex blocks a cheeky overtake attempt from Puff.
Oh, Rex almost overtook J-Bo from the inside lane.
Numbskull is putting the pressure on Puff now.
Rex overtakes J-Bo. Rex takes first place, J-Bo second, Puff third, and Numbskull last.
A fairly tame start to the semifinals. Puff tried to push past Rex early on, but was blocked, and Numbskull spun Puff out towards the end, but couldn't get past as Puff drifted sideways down the track. Great overtake from Rex, stealing first place from J-Bo before the last turn.
Thanks, Ruby. Let's go to race 2. I'd love to send some Hot Wheels down this track, wouldn't you, Tom?
Hell yeah. They might actually make it to the end with this track all being downhill. If anyone is wondering what we are talking about, make sure you watch our talk show on the channel.
Puff takes first. Numbskull passes J-Bo taking second. This is more like it, boys.
Hell yeah. I'm still mad at you, Joe.
You'll get over it. Puff is flying round now with a comfortable lead and no real threat from Numbskull at this point.
Oh, Puff drifts into the finish line and takes first place.
Tom, mate, that was not a drift. He lost control. Did you see the crash the other side of the finish line? He must have puffed one too many.
Yeah, too many puffs of his vape. Nice early overtake from Numbskull coming out of the back row and taking second place just after the first turn. Rex stayed hot on the bumper of J-Bo most of the race, and J-Bo seemed to struggle to get the pedal down enough to catch up with Numbskull.
There's literally a point between each of the players. This is going to be a close group.
Let's go to race 3. Numbskull and Puff in a front row showdown. Now this is what I've been waiting for.
I'm more excited about the 2 Corvettes racing side by side at the back, although Rex does have the inside lane.
Numbskull moves into first. Puff needs to put his foot down or Rex will overtake.
J-Bo is hot on Rex's tail.
Numbskull came flying round that corner.
Oh my god! Numbskull flew off the track into the mountain. Puff takes first, but the rest was too close to call.
Looking at the replay, it seems both cars were completely over the line at the same time, so we will have to call it a second place tie.
Let's take a look at what happened to Numbskull. He was going so fast his Viper caught air on the final descent towards the finish line, which is on some uneven terrain. Fortunately, our camera crew were able to keep up today and caught what happened.
Thanks, Ruby. Unfortunately, not the first time we have seen fast cars crash around the turns of the Corkscrew Laguna. The drivers today will be desperate for a place in the final.
Puff and Rex are currently in the lead with J-Bo just a point behind. That crash has probably cost Numbskull a place in the final with the Viper, but we still have Group 2, so don't be rushing off after the last Group 1 race.
It's the final Group 1 race. Can you feel tension in the air?
I can indeed, Joe. The pressure will only increase in Group 2 for any teams down to their last car in the tournament.
Rex in the pole position is currently in the lead.
Puff seems to be playing it safe at the back, knowing that a DNF could still cost him the final.
Damn, what a beautiful 450-degree spin from Numbskull. Great recovery.
Another race win for Rex. Numbskull takes second and J-Bo third.
Fantastic performance from Rex yet again. Interesting tactic from Puff. J-Bo was not far behind Rex and Numbskull for most of the race, but couldn't quite get the speed to challenge their positions. Let's check out the final scoreboard for Group 1. Remember, don't go anywhere because we have Group 2 coming right up.
Numbskull crashes out of the tournament with 7 points. We've had some outstanding racing from the Viper. Congratulations, Numbskull.
J-Bo leaves the tournament with 10 points. Well done, Jay. Great racing this tournament. Numbskull Racing and Dog Squab Racing both still have a car in Group 2. They've used up a life, so the pressure is on.
It certainly is. Massive congratulations to Rex and Puff for securing a place in the final. Let's go at Group 2. But first, it's XR Extra.
XR Extra, our behind-the-scenes talk show. If you missed the pilot episode, go check it out. Let's talk to a few race fans before we go to Group 2. There's a lot of excitement in the stands today. But first, we have caller on line 1, Karen from London.
It is disgusting what your racing league is doing to the environment. We did not ask for this in the UK, and it is not welcome.
Have a laugh, Karen. Hang on, is this Karen from the audience on the pilot? Anyway, I've got thousands of fans behind me that would disagree with your love. Jog on.
Okay, let's try someone in the audience. You in the red cap?
Tom Sawyer,
What did you
my
think
cap.
of the first group race?
Great to meet you, Tom. It was awesome, man. It gave me chills. Being here in person is just unbelievable. I was disappointed for Numbskull. He deserved to win that third race, but I am sure he will smash it in Group 2.
Thanks, guys. Let's talk about Rex racing for a newish team called Raptors Racing. You could say he was the underdog in this group, but he really smashed it, securing 2 race wins and coming top of the group.
Yeah, I've got high hopes for him in the finals, Ruby. Raptors Racing also pulled off the fastest round 1 lap in their Baja Bison earlier in the tournament.
It's time for our second semifinals group. Let's go.
From left to right, we have Alex Blaze from Dog Squad Racing, Misty G from Puffs Racing, Dusty Miles from Milestone Racing, and Numbskull from Numbskulls Racing.
In race 1, Alex Blaze takes the front inside lane next to Dusty Miles, and Numbskull takes the back inside lane next to Misty G.
I do love that paintwork from Dog Squad Racing.
Numbskull's not messing about now, he's going in for the overtake already.
Alex Blaze currently first and Numbskull has taken second. Let's see if Alex Blaze can hold his position.
That might be difficult in reverse. Alex swerves to block Numbskull.
Alex Blaze takes first, Numbskull second, Misty G third, and Dusty Miles last.
Alex Blaze? Wow. Great job blocking the overtakes. He really fought to hold his leading position. Nice comeback from Numbskull with the early overtake from the back. Good start. A late overtake from Misty G to steal third place missed attention. Buzzing for race 2.
Thanks, Rube. Me too. Let's go race 2.
Numbskull takes the front inside lane next to Alex Blaze. Misty G at the back next to Dusty Miles.
I don't know why, but I just started thinking about Pokemon.
Okay. Maybe because of Misty.
Maybe the altitude is getting to me. Numbskull is in first, but look at this. We've got a choo-choo train.
You've been in the back of Puff's car again, haven't you?
Cheeky 180 from Misty.
Numbskull takes the win. He almost beat Raptor Racing's lap record, but not quite.
Tame race. Misty G overtook Alex Blaze to take second place on the second turn, and Numbskull held first place throughout. Not a lot of action, but the 4 cars were less than a second behind each other. One small slip-up could have changed everything.
Dusty Miles has some catching up to do in last place with 3 points. Just behind Alex Blaze is Misty G with 5 points, and Numbskull is currently in the lead with a comfortable 8 points.
Over to race 3.
It's Misty G's turn for the hot seat racing next to Numbskull. Rumor has it our new track will not have an inside lane advantage.
A true racing pro doesn't care what position he starts in.
That makes no sense. Numbskull just fought off a pass attempt from Dusty Miles, but he's not giving up yet. You can really feel the heat in the second group.
Damn, Alex Blaze just barrel rolled off the track.
Not good.
This is close. Misty takes the win. Let's go check on Alex.
Let's hope he hasn't scratched that beautiful paintwork.
Never mind that. He could have totaled the whole Apple building. Who builds a fully glass building on a racetrack?
There's the action I was waiting for. In a desperate bid to catch up with the pack, Alex Blaze floored it and somersaulted off the track. Incredible. Great race, guys.
Glad you're feeling better, Joe. Let's see the scores before the final race.
What's with all these Mackie D's camera shots? It's making me hungry. Is this some kind of product placement? It's working, if so.
No, sir. There's currently a point between our top 2 racers. Numbskull and Misty G, Alex Blaze and Dusty Miles are several points behind now, and we'll have to really work some magic in the last race to secure a place in the final.
As I always say, anything can happen. It's like Mario Kart when you get blue shelled right before the finish line.
It's literally nothing like that, Joe.
Are you guys up for a game after we finish today?
I'm not a kid.
Joe, you literally collect toy cars.
It's the final race. Right, I want a clean race, boys. No, who am I kidding? I hope it's pure carnage.
Hell yeah! I'm rooting for Dusty Miles or Alex Blaze to turn the scoreboard upside down.
We'd need a juicy pile up for that.
Seems to be less of that since we installed steel beams through the turns after round 1.
True, Dusty Miles has a nice lead over Numbskull.
We missed Numbskull overtake Misty G.
That's a race win for Dusty Miles. Well done, mate.
Well done indeed, Dusty Miles. Dusty gained a healthy lead after pedaling off pressure from Misty G. Numbskull came flying round the Apple Store turn, taking second place, and Alex Blaze's car seemed to be struggling with the acceleration after the race 3 crash. Let's check out the final scoreboard and see our 4 finalists together.
Dog Squad Racing, you absolutely smashed it getting 2 cars through to the semi-final. Sadly, this is where we say goodbye after Alex Blaze came last, scoring 7 points. Thanks for participating.
Milestone Racing will also be exiting the tournament, with Dusty Miles coming 3rd place in the semifinals with 10 points. Great effort and thanks for racing at Corkscrew Laguna.
Misty G came 3rd, scoring 12 points and securing another place in the final for Puffs Racing. Well done.
Huge congratulations to Numbskull coming 1st with 14 points. Also securing a place in the final.
That means our finalists are Puff, Misty G, Rex and Numbskull. Well done, guys.
Thanks for watching XR Diecast Racing. If you fancy a laugh, go watch our XR Extra Diecast Racing talk show. Please like this video and drop us a comment with your feedback. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the finals.